Welcome to Music Theory Logic. I'm Andrew, and today I'm going to make a beat from scratch. I have this video series going. I think today is number 24, but man, does the time blur. Let's go ahead into Logic. Hope all of you fine people are doing well today. If you need some listening material, I may be like the millionth person that's told you, but Rick Rubin on Joe Rogan is something that no creative person on the planet is going to want to miss. He is just pretty his track record speaks for itself. So I have, like many times, some samples loaded in here. I've got some one hits, kick, a snare roll sample, which I thought would be kind of a fun twist, and then an atmosphere. That says it is in the key of G minor, but we're actually going to re-pitch that, or not re-pitch that. It's only playing one chord, a G minor harmony, and I'm going to write today in the key of G Phrygian, which will be kind of a fun challenge. I'm inspired to do so because of that Armani White Billie Eilish song, which once again, the main melody basically comes from Nothing by N.O.L.O. Which was produced by the Neptunes, so Pharrell, and I'm not even sure if they sampled that or where they got that. So G, so the simplest Phrygian key is E Phrygian, so if I just like write these notes in, all the white keys, and then I move this so that it's on a G, we'll notice that the one chord, the G, B flat, and D is the minor. Some variations, it has a minor second, so it's kind of like a minor key with this minor second, or in this key we're going to call that A flat. All right, cool, so that sounds like this. And I'll kind of leave it over there as a reference. And let's turn on our metronome. Cool, and then let's try to find an instrument that will work for that. I've been using a lot of my East-West stuff. It's been a while since I used this, but I've been doing a lot of music for my publishers to get onto, or for television or visual media, and I use a lot of this stuff. And it's a really cool one for world instruments. So if I go to raw, I could use like the Far East, Bode Instrument, and Ethu. Let's go with Ethu Legato. Alright, so let's hear slide down. Let's hear the Ethu live. Cool, and then let's go into pitch bend automation, and let's add some bends here. Cool, so let's take that and bounce it. Actually, before we do that, let's take our MIDI and humanize it. Operate, And then you're going to want to make sure that this first beat is on the one. All right, let's hear that with our... Let's go back. I think some of the pitch bends are a little excessive. So let's reduce the duration of that. Cool. Turn into audio, bounce it in place. Some drums. Sample that. We could use the fast part for the end. Let's take that and filter it. Grab a hi-hat. Should have done this before. Looking through ones I already have. Some little trills in here. take the first for this like intro, bounce it in place again just so I can like filter it all or do some weird stuff. So let's just grab kind of like the middle part of the sound. Let's put it through some delay. There we go. Use that same delay on our main sound. Kind of filter it more. All right, the most important sound of all for this kind of style, the 808. So I've used this one many times on the channel. I did a video on how to create this in Logic. In Ableton, it's even easier if you have the sampler. I guess they call it simpler. But basically, you're going to load in an 808. You're going to want to make sure you know what it's tuned to. So my main sample is at D#1. So I know that if I'm around that level, it's going to be like in the right register. And then in terms of the actual 808, we're really doing just a lot of the root note. So we're in G. That really makes it Phrygian, the flatted second. Cool. Got it, and then let's make it really insane, just compressing it a ton. Turn it down. So maybe we don't even like that instrument. One of the really beautiful things about using MIDI is that if I bring up like a completely different instrument, like let's say I bring in Serum and I go with one of the plucks that I've built, also done videos on this kind of thing. I'm not going to build one right now in the interest of time. If I go to user, people like you pluck, you'll hear this in my track. Not my track. This is a remix I'm doing for the artist Pip Lewis, who's on my track Reveled in the Sins. So let's see this. Kind of tight. Let's hear what that sounds like with our other intro print. Change it every other time. take that whole sort of section, loop it. Last thing I want to do is let's filter that pluck in for our intro. Oh, and let's actually put the delay on that channel as well. Cool. So I'm going to play it from the very beginning. If you find this stuff cool or helpful or interesting in any way, you would help me out a ton by subscribing to the channel. Let me know if you have any special content or stuff that you want me to try to make. If you want this beat, let me know. I'd be honored. I'll send you the MP3 or the wave for a very small fee. If you want to rip this, I will play the whole thing right now, so you could if you are so inclined. But anyway, I always appreciate the support. Link to my music below. Here's the beat we made from scratch. We're in the key of G Phrygian, and here it is. Awesome. Hopefully you enjoy that. I'm putting all you fine people on my story right now. So if you don't, I would also appreciate it if you go and check out my other social media. I try to keep content somewhat different between the two channels or more if you're a Twitter person. But anyway, once again, my name's Andrew. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for subscribing. Go make some music. Have fun. Keep it fresh. And I will see you next time. Cheers.